That takes a lot of doing. I'm Bob Wolf. Perry Vanderbeck is by my side. Perry's going to show us a few of the things that he does particularly well. Perry, what's the first maneuver?
First of all, Bob, I'm just going to show you the art of dribbling and the skill that keeping the ball close to my body in a straight line, going up and down the field.
Okay. Here's Perry Vanderbeck in action. And right by my side is Eddie Austin, the Community Relations Director of the Rowdies, a former player. Eddie, you can comment on this if you will.
Yes, Perry's an outstanding American player out of St. Louis, and if you notice, he's exhibiting great tight control. If he doesn't do this, he's going to lose possession to an opponent. Every touch, every other touch, the ball is still within his reach. He's got his body well over the ball for good balance. If an opponent does come into the play, then he can shield the ball.
Okay, Perry, well done. Now what do you have on tap?
All right, now that was controlling the ball when I'm not really under pressure. Now I'm going to show how to get the ball under control and really how to keep it tight control when I'm under pressure, when a man's on my back. And then doing this, I'll be able to change directions and go any which way on the field that I think is necessary.
Okay, we'll watch you in action, and Eddie Austin will come in and give you his comments on how it all looks to him. Eddie?
Yeah, it's very important in the game situation to be able to change direction. Number one, if you're trying to maintain possession, an opponent is trying to take the ball away from you, Perry is exhibiting how he would try and get out of that situation. Again, in a situation whereby he has to take an opponent on one-on-one, he can throw a fake and change direction and head towards the goal.
Now we're going to put Perry on defense, and Steve Wegerle's come in. And Steve, what do you plan to do?
Well, Bob, I find myself in position one-on-one quite a lot, and it's up to me to get by the defender so that I can create something for my fellow forwards. And Perry and I will now show you, or I'll show you what I do to get by, just one or two things which I use to get by a defender.
Terrific. You all set? You ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Eddie Austin by my side. Eddie, your comments on this?
Yes, Steve is trying to get Perry in a position where he can get him off of balance. Usually the offensive player, in this case Steve, will try and dip his shoulder one way and shift the opposite way. It's very important, however, that Steve does keep the ball close to him, because if he runs by the player, he still wants to maintain possession in this situation. Another key factor for dribbling is that players must always keep their head up when they're dribbling, because if Steve goes by a man, he has to see a teammate running into open positions to pass. Good vision is very, very important in learning dribbling. Now Steve would actually look up to be able to hit an opponent with a good pass.
So there's the dribbling technique, but in the game situation, that becomes a little different matter, doesn't it, Eddie?
Yes, absolutely. We watched some excellent technique here of dribbling. However, under the game situation, under the pressure, with opponents and defensive players trying to take the ball from you, then it becomes skill, because you're under the game pressure, you're under the game situation, and that's where the player has to perform to his highest level degree of skill. And this is in the game.
And skill results in goals. We'll be back in just a moment.